Welcome back to another episode of 40 Facts About the 40K Universe. I am your host, Gersh1, and today we're going to be talking about the traitor Primarch Alpharius Omegon. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. We post Warhammer 40K lore videos every single day. If you have any suggestions, please comment down below, and don't forget to hit the little bell notification icon to stay updated, just to see if we do answer your question, or if we create a video based on the topic that you suggest. And if you enjoy our content, thank our patrons on Patreon. It's because of them that we can do this. Link in the description if you guys want to support us. But with that said, let's get into 40 facts on the origin story of Alpharius Omegon. The origin of the Primarchs Alpharius and Omegon are as mysterious as the legion they created. One story says that after the capsules were stolen and scattered by the Chaos Gods, the Primarchs Alpharius and Omegon came to rest on a nameless dead world on the edge of the Mandragoran star system, whose alien civilization had risen and was wiped out by bloody hands long before mankind first walked on Terra. On this nameless orb, the new Primarchs fell into the shattered ruins of a fallen city murdered long ages ago. Utterly alone, voiceless, and without aid, they were forced to survive against the tumultuous elements of the desolate world and the predations of the hungry ghosts that inhabited the planet. Their solitude was only broken after many long years by a new star falling from the heavens, a corsair ship of degenerate half-human renegades and alien mercenaries intent on plundering the dead ruins for whatever worth might remain amid the shatters. Instead, they found death at the young Primarch's hands, and Alpharius and Omegon gained their weapons, their knowledge, and their vessel as their own, and with it they set out in search for he who had made them. And yet in the Codex Hydra, there are two different accounts as to the origin of Alpharius Omegon. The first is that the lost Primarch was deposited on a thriving techno-oligarchy world known as Barsaver. But before their first solar decade, the skies of the planet darkened as the nightmarish Xenos worm creatures known as the Sloth descended to feed, capturing the young Primarch, the one being alone strong enough to resist them. The Sloth kept Alpharius as a curiosity, twisting his mind with their horrors and enslaving him and tutoring him as a living weapon to sow strife and discord on their victims' worlds before they fell upon them to feast. In this version of the story, it was the Emperor himself who at last liberated Alpharius, his golden battle barge ramming into the heart of the vast stone ship of the foul Xenos to break it open. The Emperor's wrath, like that of a vengeful god of legend, in retribution for what had been done to his son. For long Terran years after, Alpharius remained at his father's side, as the Emperor undid what had been done to him. This account also offers a contradictory version of the event, saying that Alpharius alone, unfinished in some way, had been spared, or at least some part of him had remained behind, though gravely injured when the rest of the Primarchs were scattered across the stars. There in the shadow of Terra, he grew and was nurtured by the Emperor himself, his existence a jealous guarded secret even for those closest to the Emperor, lest the dark fates move against him. Upon his maturity, he became the Emperor's own secret hand and his greatest shield, until he was at last parted from his father, his destiny to be fulfilled. It is unknown which one of these accounts is true or which is a lie, because even with these three origin stories, there is yet another one that is most common in the Imperium. This account of the finding of Alpharius circulated secretly between the houses and factions of the ancient Imperial Court on Terra, states that his discovery was an accident of the Luna Wolf's Legion prior to the end of the Great Crusade and the beginning of the 41st millennium. According to this tale, Alpharius was the leader of a confederation of human star systems, whose fleet of warships, no match in size or scale to the Imperial vessels, managed through trickery and ambush to ingloriously lay low one of the outlying Luna Wolf's battleships as it entered an unnamed star system. Responding to this unforgivable defeat, Horus himself and his fleet gave chase, only to find themselves mirrored in ambush after ambush, tricked into deadly traps, chasing shadows until Horus's own flagship, the Vengeful Spirit, came under attack. In the ensuing confrontation, the Luna Wolf smashed the enemy's fleet's desperate attack aside, but in the confusion, a single assassin broke into the flagship, and through stealth and murder managed the impossible task of fighting his way clear to Horus's command chamber, where he slaughtered the Primarch's Justarian bodyguards before Horus himself was forced to confront the intruder. Horus did not slay the attacker, but instead recognized him as a brother. He had found the 20th and last Primarch. The new arrival called himself Alpharius and claimed to have been traveling the region of space for many Terran years. However, he remained tightly lipped as to where he was from. Various worlds in the local area were subsequently broken into the Imperial fold, but Alpharius always denied that any of them were his homeworld of origin. Eventually, the conglomeration of planets he had been leading were persuaded to join the Imperium with little bloodshed. All of these origin stories could be wrong, but at the same time, they could all also be right. Because there are two, these twin Primarchs could have been everywhere and just about anywhere. And those were 40 facts on the origins of Alpharius Omegon. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, share it with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, whatever social media you guys use. It really helps out the channel when you do so. Also, thank our patrons on Patreon. It's because of them that we can do this. Link in the description if you guys want to support us. It's a simple $1 a month. It goes a long way. So thank you guys ahead of time if you do decide to support. The Alpha Legion is one of the legions that whenever you see it on Instagram, Facebook, when people are showcasing their legion, they usually always look really badass. They're the only Chaos Space Marine or Traitor Legion that doesn't really still have mutations, so you can use your basic Space Marine, Primaris Marines, and then just like dirty them up or make them look a little more chaotic and war-torn, so it's awesome. And also, about the story of Alpharius Omegon is that every single one of these origin stories could have happened. Alpharius could have stayed behind while his brother Omegon was sent out. Alpharius was raised by the Emperor, and then later on he encountered Omegon. Omegon could have been the one who landed on that dead world, to stay there for a while, and then finally the fleet could have arrived. He could have hopped on there and then moved on to another planet controlled by the slot. Check out our 40 facts on the slot. Those those aliens are just disgusting. They're like warm creatures, and they do like mind control. It's pretty badass, but check out our 40 facts on the slot. And then after that, he could have jumped back onto the ship, built an entire like empire, like a mini human empire, and then met the Luna Wolves, and it all could have been done based on like Alpharius and Omegon being one, but at the same time, it could have all just been lies, and the actual Alpha Legion is just trying to convince you otherwise. You do have to remember that every single Primarch, when they heard of the Alpha Legion, they only knew Alpharius. The Primarch Alpharius was the figurehead. Omegon, just as powerful, was always right behind, hiding. And none of the other Primarchs knew, none of the other legions knew. It's even stated that even his own legion didn't really know that there were two Primarchs. And it's all part of like the mystery of Alpharius Omegon. We're going to get into more stories. Or actually, if you check out our Where Are They Now for Alpharius and Omegon, the theory is that either Alpharius is still alive, or Omegon is still alive, or they're both dead, or they're both alive, which is the awesome part about the Alpha Legion and their Primarchs. They're just everywhere. Every possibility is viable. But yeah, comment down below. Let me know what else you guys want to hear about. We're going to start doing the, or we probably have already started doing the Loyalist Primarchs. But if you have any suggestions, comment down below. Any questions, comment down below. And we are always trying to improve our sound quality and trying to figure out what exactly is the best mic. So please give us feedback down in the comment section below as far as how you guys, or how well this video sounds. There are a couple things that we still need to improve on with this mic. But if it doesn't work out, if you guys continue to say that the sound quality is too soft, then we will just switch over to what we were using before. But yeah, thanks for the feedback. And yeah, I'll talk to you tomorrow. This was Gershwin with One Mind Syndicate signing out.
Always used to put my freedom first.